Hey everyone, Camden here with the Ranking Ball preview show for February 22nd, 2019. NBA is back and there were a lot of exciting games last night, so let's get into it. Here are your standings as of February 21st. They're not updated yet to reflect last night's games, so we'll get that to you later. Here are scores. The Cavs over the Suns, 76ers over the Heat, Blazers over the Nets, Bucks over the Celtics, Warriors over the Kings, Lakers over the Rockets. We definitely had a kind of surprise win with the Lakers beating the Rockets. They came back. Lakers were able to come back and win that match. Warriors and Kings was a really close game. It came down to the wire. Kind of a missed opportunity on the Kings, and they could have tied it at the very end, but they missed a shot. And yeah, Bucks and Celtics was a pretty really close game as well. So yeah, a lot of close games. So basketball is back, really exciting. We see a lot of close games last night with a lot of teams. You can tell a lot of these teams are in contention or playing. For it's the second half now, so all of them are trying to go and get into the playoffs, get ready for playoff time. LeBron James, kept his promise. He is gonna, he's got to start pushing now for that playoff push. Hopefully, we'll see them. I think everyone in the West, besides the Suns, is above 500, which is crazy. Like everyone in the East, like the top. I think the Kings, which are like, maybe 9th or 10th place, they would be, in the 8th seed in the East right now. So the West is really definitely dominating compared to the East. But that's the way it works. You have so many dominant teams in the West, and not that many in the East. Maybe we'll see a shift in power next year when after a lot of free agents. Maybe Kevin Durant will go to the New York Knicks like everyone thinks, but we'll see. Here's tonight's matches. We got the Wizards at the Hornets, Pelicans at the Pacers, Bulls at Magic, Spurs at Raptors, Pistons at Hawks, Wolves at Knicks, Clippers at Grizzlies. Oh, sorry, I missed the thing there. Nuggets at Mavs, and the Jazz at the Thunder. Here are your league standings. We had a little bit of a jump the other day after some wins within the LCK. Hanwha going up. Freaking the KT roster went down. Freaks went up. Here LPL standings. There isn't too much change. The Royal gave up. Went from like still in 9th place. In the back towards the back ends, in the bottom rankings, changed a little bit after yesterday. So here are scores. You had yesterday. You had Dragons beat the Green Wings, and the Freaks beat the Sandbox. So you see the Freaks going up because the Sandbox is number 2 in the standings, but Freaks came out with the win. King Zone was able to beat the Green Wings. Here are upcoming matches. Got for today. We already got one match going on right now in the LCK, but at 6 o'clock. We got Invictus at Shino Dragons, SN Gaming at Edward, Hanwha Life at Damwon, and KT Rollster at Griffin. Not much too much news going on. NBA to formally propose the draft age from 19 to 18. High school players will again be able to be drafted after they graduate. One of the last players to be drafted after high school was LeBron James, and this is kind of going against we saw what happened with Zion Williamson yesterday when his foot literally came out of the shoe. Now that puts Zion in a lot of dangerous positions, meaning that now they're going to have to restrict. There's a lot of controversy of what to do, so it kind of brought it up again. Should we let players who we know are going to be in the NBA, should we let them into why are they only playing one and done? It doesn't really make sense for the colleges to be having these players just for 1 year. So it will be good for the sport to be able to, for college basketball and NBA. Guys are already ready to play in the NBA. Might as well let them get paid for it. Don't let them have the chance to get injured in college. In college, because a lot of these players should be able to get themselves ahead of the game. if they're drafted early, they can get in the professional system a lot easier, a lot better, and they can step the game up a lot faster than if they were just stuck in college just for 1 year. It doesn't seem make any sense. So we're gonna see Zion playing less minutes. They might not even. They probably just gonna bench him the whole year. I wouldn't blame him. So we'll have to see. What do you think? Should Duke continue to play Zion, or should he go on out once he recovers from the injury? Should he continue playing? Pelicans going to continue play Anthony Davis after he got injured, but they're going to restrict his minutes to kind of listen. He's going to be a big free trade asset. Not a free trade, but he's going to be a big trade asset at the end of the year. So they'll make sure that he's healthy so that they can get the players that they can get available for him. And also some fun news for anybody else who grew up in the 90s, Space Jam 2 is going to be featuring LeBron James. We'll start filming in this summer. If you guys know, Space Jam was one of those, ridiculously cheesy, corny movies that you love to watch. When you're a kid, it was one of your favorite movies. You try to watch it now, it's terrible. Michael Jordan's acting, not that good, but still brings back a lot of nostalgia. So let's see. I wonder if LeBron James can, it'd be fun to see LeBron James actually take on a starring role in this new remake. I think there's gonna be a lot of hype for it, and there's gonna be a lot of pressure on LeBron James to make a good movie. Here's today's featured matches. We got the Jazz at the Thunder. It's gonna be a fun game. Notable injuries: Dante Exum and Dennis Schroeder. But Dennis Schroeder, he's in the injury list listed as probable for the game, so expect him to play. I expect him to be playing tonight. Here, previous game starters: Favors, Ingles, Gobert, Rubio, Mitchell, and for the Thunder it was Patterson, George, Adams, Westbrook, and Ferguson. This is gonna change tomorrow night. You're gonna take out Patterson. You're gonna input Grant. Is gonna be starting most likely. Here's my winning 16. You got Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, Ricky Rubio, Joe Ingles, Derek Favors, Jay Crowder, Kyle Korver, and Royce O'Neal. For the Thunder, you have Westbrook, George, Adam, Schroeder, Grant, Noel, Ferguson, and Patterson. My winning 16. This is what I think you should be drafting for tonight against for the match in this featured match. Key takeaways. Here's some advanced stats for you. I would pause the video, study some of these stats if you like. One of the things you notice down in the last 5 games is that the Thunder are outscoring the Jazz by 6 points, like almost 6-7 points. That's a lot of points, compared to the Jazz. So they're Thunder making more field goals. They're shooting a lot more, so they're playing a lot faster game compared to the Jazz. So that means that you might want to have a lot more Thunder players next to each other compared to like an even matchup, like kind of spread throughout. So you might want to put more Thunder players next to each other. So another thing you might notice, you'll notice that the Thunder are shooting a lot more threes, and they aren't making as much. So because like 3-point shooting is about the same. They're going to the rim. I mean, they're shooting free throws about the same. Jazz make a little bit, like 2 more rebounds, not too big of a difference. The Thunder are stealing the ball a lot more. But the Jazz are turning it over. So, I mean, there's a lot more. Like, if you're looking at the stats right now, there definitely is an advantage to the Thunder because they're going to be scoring a lot more points, playing a faster game. What that translates into ranking ball means that the Thunder should be closer together. The teams should be kind of separated a little bit. The players should be a little bit separated into little groups by themselves. So this is what I've got going on tonight. This is my lineup for tonight's game. What you'll notice is that I'm putting three players, Thunder players next to each other because if you're looking, throughout the game, what you're gonna notice is that Westbrook is like 1, Paul George is 9. You know, they're both shooting like 1. You know, so that means every minute of the game, they're gonna be scoring a point. So you need players who are gonna be exactly like this. And then Steven Adams is like 6.4, but everybody else is like 5.5. You know, Donovan Mitchell is 6.8. So, but I feel like since Steven Adams is gonna be starting, he's gonna be going in getting these assists, or he's gonna be going in. Steven Adams is gonna be getting they're gonna dump the ball into him to hit some of the easy layups. So anybody who's guarding Westbrook or Paul George is gonna dump it to Steven Adams, and he's gonna get the easy buckets. Rudy Gobert, I mean, same thing. He's kind of angry he didn't get into the All-Star game. I don't blame him. He's a good player. So that's why I'm putting the superstar of the Jazz within this line. So I think 0.8. So he should be getting a fantasy point almost every minute as well. So I'm putting like down this line right here. This is what I'm doing. This is my strategy for tonight. I'm putting a lot of the bad. I would say bad, but the worst performing, least performing players on these lines right here, because I don't want to mess up Westbrook. I mean, Westbrook is just gonna. So anytime, even if this makes it, this line makes it. Westbrook is going to be scoring so many fantasy points throughout the whole night. It doesn't really matter. This line isn't going to get interrupted by this line at all. So that's my expectation for tonight. Is that I expect this to play out. So definitely grouping a lot of players of the same team together. That's my strategy going into tonight. Let me know, what do you think about this lineup? Could be, I'm just gonna set it up. I'm probably not gonna go and change it going into it. I'm pretty confident as to like what this is going into it, that this is what it's gonna look like tonight. What do you think about this lineup? What would you do different? Let me know in the comments. All right, everyone. I just want to thank you for watching today's preview show. And don't forget, it's a weekend, so we'll be back next Monday. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy a lot of sports. NBA is back. A lot of baseball. A lot of basketball going on. A lot of esports. A lot of League of Legends going on as well. So just let me know. What are you doing for the weekend? I'm probably gonna be meeting up with some friends and doing some stuff like that. So, and playing Ranking Ball. So don't forget, follow Ranking Ball on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and everywhere else on social media. And thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.